The heroes have arrived, the celebrations have begun, and they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. On your screen are the visuals from ITC Maurya, live visuals coming in here. There you see a special cake being curated for the Indian team as well. They are expected to meet the Prime Minister a short while later, but at the moment all the fans gathered in the ITC hotel premises at the ITC Maurya in Chanakyapuri awaiting their heroes who are, as I'm learning, on the 11th floor of the hotel. They were in fact greeted by the fans a short while back to a rapturous welcome, to say the least. Rohit Sharma walking with that World Cup trophy right through the corridor. Nitin Srivastava, my colleague, continues to be at the ITC Maurya. Nitin, what is the buzz like right now? I see live visuals coming in. Fair to say that anytime now the cake cutting ceremony will take place? Okay. We will shortly be getting Nitin as well.
But also, Harshit, we must add here, there is this beautiful cake with the images and the trophy as cherry on the top. Not that the players are going to really relish a lot of their cake.
I think yeah, it's the least that they deserve. I hope they can make that exception.
It's such a disciplined routine of their diet that I'm sure Virat Kohli perhaps will take a step back. But you're right, it's well deserved. A bit of that cake must be enjoyed, and I'm sure the chefs at ITC Maurya have given it a lot of thought. And it's not just the cake. Of course, there's a curated menu. There are celebrations and there are fans already. I'm thinking of the guests who've checked in today at the hotel, Harshit, who have said this is their moment. They're not just staying at the hotel, they may also catch a glimpse, specifically those children I see.
Absolutely. You know, with fans you don't know at times. With fans you don't know, because see, they knew about this. They knew about the Indian team lodging into this particular hotel. But the fandom about this Indian cricket team is such that I expect some of these fans who probably booked a room or two
deliberately so that they can check in.
Exactly. Now, in fact, because it was just around 3 o'clock yesterday that you got details of there being an open bus parade, you expect fans to be booking a flight to Mumbai as well. That's what you expect of the Indian cricket fan. It's nutty at times, this behavior, they say, but this is what makes us a proud cricketing nation as well. The fans have waited a long time, Pooja. They've waited a long time to witness something like this. You talk to the younger generation. In fact, I was speaking to some of the younger colleagues in our team as well, and they've been waiting for this. You know, they said that 10 years we've only seen a lot of pain, we've only seen agony. This is our moment, and some of them were in fact in tears when that moment of victory came for the Indian team. So it's a moment that everyone's waited for. It's a moment that everyone wants to savor.
And when there is a celebration of this kind in India, there has to be bhangra. Expectedly there was, and plus it's national capital Delhi. So Rohit Sharma was seen doing a bit of those bhangra moves. So was Surya Kumar Yadav. Now, of course, with that legendary catch that everyone's been talking about, he also showed some moves there in the so to say a dance area that had been designated at ITC Maurya. Rohit Sharma, as a captain, ensured that he flaunted the trophy. Other players as well. This celebration is well deserved. Remember, you're looking at the success. Think of all the criticism, the bad days from November 2023, specifically for some certain players, a lot of trolling they had to face. All of that is part of the game, but to keep that mental fitness and Harshit, that last over of Hardik Pandya, who had to ensure presence of mind, nerves to each player. But in that last most crucial over, it could have gone either way. But I think, do you think that's come as justified as well?
Absolutely. If somebody needed, something like that, it was Hardik Pandya. Listen, there was a lot of chatter about, about his move from Gujarat Titans to the Mumbai Indians. But it wasn't just on him. Yes, there are people who didn't like the fact that he asked for captaincy. There was one of the clauses that he put. But if you were to ask me, there's nothing wrong with that. He's a professional athlete at the end of the day. He's going to be looking for himself. He also, let's not forget, for 1 year that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli were away from T20 cricket because of workload management. He was the one given command of the Indian team. So he was in every right to ask for captaincy, to wish for better for himself, his career going forward as well. But it didn't go down well with the fans. Having said that, when he does what he does in Barbados, after having endured such a torrid time as a cricketer, being booed by his own fans, that's not what you want to see. So it is fitting. It is very well deserved. That crucial over that he bowls right towards the end. If it wasn't for Hardik Pandya, 3 for 20, if memory serves me right, that was his spell. And 2 big wickets. First of all, Heinrich Klaasen, which was down to pure skill. You know, didn't give him the ball in the arc, made him reach out to the ball. It was a cutter as well. So when you try and just look at closely
the technical details, the thought that goes behind.
Absolutely. So it is richly deserved for Hardik Pandya.
Let's look at these visuals. Rohit Sharma, of course, he, in many ways, because his name is going to be remembered as a team captain. But it's also the final celebration. You don't see him return to this format again. So let's also remember, while we celebrate, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli have announced their retirement along with Ravindra Singh Jadeja, and that perhaps is reflecting in this emotion as well.
Yes. And for Rohit, it's interesting because he was just about a couple of T20 years old when he won his first T20 world title. That was back in 2007. He was a youngster. And it takes me back to what Virat had once said, because Virat was part of the 2011 team. And he said, I couldn't understand the emotions that you saw from a Harbhajan Singh, Sachin Tendulkar, Virendra Sehwag, Yuvraj Singh. All these guys were in tears. And for him as a young boy in the dressing room, he couldn't understand that emotion, what it meant for the Indian team to be winning the World Cup in 2011. I perhaps feel it could have been the same for Hardik Pandya, for Virat Kohli as well, back for Rohit Sharma, beg your pardon, in 2007 as well. So for him to have tasted success so early in his career and then to wait for 17 years, at times you feel that success is easy to come by when you're so young. That winning trophies in this
and
Indian,
it can take a while.
That exactly. If you're part of the Indian team, if you're part of the Indian juggernaut, success is easy to come by. But then he gets a reality check. As a captain, as a player as well, he's had to wait for 17 years, and no doubt, that.
And we saw a very different side. We saw tears. I don't remember the last time I saw cricket players of our team members in tears. Really happy tears, of course. But perhaps the realization, that's when you realize the psychological, mental toughness you see on the surface. There's a lot that goes behind to keep that. All right, to the viewer joining us right now in this telecast, what has happened since morning? At about sharp 6 a.m., the players arrived. That's the first visual. Virat Kohli walking out of the airport, acknowledging the fans who've gathered there early morning. Then, and you can see the fans wearing the jersey with the posters, banners. Mr. Dependable, of course, let's never forget, the team players performed on the pitch, but it was to keep them together, keep them with a high morale, and the technical updates coming in and knowledge of that from the coach, Rahul Dravid. And what a moment, Harshit, for Rahul Dravid as well, to be able to hold that World Cup that he didn't really get an opportunity while he was an active player. Yeah. And that perhaps is as crucial. And I noticed at ITC Maurya when within minutes from the airport, they reached ITC Maurya where they're staying briefly, that Rahul Dravid got an incredible cheer from the fans, the guests who had gathered. What happens here on 10 a.m., Prime Minister Modi meeting them this time will be different from the previous one of November.
Absolutely. November, it was more about extending condolences. It was more about, giving support to the Indian team in that moment of sheer grief for the players back then at the Narendra Modi Stadium on the 19th of November 2023. 8 months down the line, it is celebration time. You're expecting the Prime Minister to be meeting them. There's a 2-hour window you're looking at between 10 to 12 a.m. That's the window that's been designated for the Indian team to be moving out of the ITC Maurya, then going across and meeting the Prime Minister, and then coming back, because remember, while they've done all the travel for the last 20 odd hours that they've been on the travel for, it doesn't stop, and I don't think they will mind it a single bit, because next destination for the Indian team is then Mumbai, where they're expected to reach around 3:30 in just about 90 minutes from them. The grand celebration, the moment that every Indian cricket fan is waiting for. It's that open bus parade from 5 o'clock which starts. It is expected to last for 2 hours.
I'm pretty sure many of the fans could already be there to ensure their place on the street, because we are expecting packed streets at Marine Drive in Mumbai, because there are senior cops who have already given out messages that if you want to be a part of the celebration, join in, stay at a distance, which means that Mumbai police will have to ensure that this open bus parade eventually, which will end at the Wankhede Stadium at about 7 p.m, where there is an event organized, will be packed with thousands of fans. And in Mumbai, if you are there on the street, remember, you're reflecting each one of us across the country when these players emerge. Harshit, why is it when we look at these players that this victory, it is a tournament, it's a big tournament, but why has that victory resulted in this sort of overwhelming happiness of the players? Do you think there's beyond an emotion that we've seen the down, we have seen when we lost, we've seen, we don't remember perhaps as many at 2011 and 2007, 2013. It's been almost a decade, right? So do you think it's also for the newer generation to feel this winning emotion?
You know, I think Indian cricket needed this moment. Because you see, for the young fans out there, for young cricketers also, for cricket, while cricket will always be alive, you know, you need a team like India to get these moments from time and time again. And 10 years for the Indian team, for the reputation that it enjoys, for the talent pool that it has, for the cricketing juggernaut that it is, you needed a moment like this because, let's face it, you know, 30-odd years without a world title is a long time. Yes, the Champions Trophy was won in 2013, but that's also 11 years back, and it wasn't the World Cup, it was the Champions Trophy. That's a shorter tournament in comparison to the other bigger tournaments that you participate in. So Indian cricket really needed this one moment to be able to revive to be able to revive the glory that this Indian team is attached with, and for the younger fans as well to have that sort of resonance with the Indian team. You needed a moment like this, Pooja.
Very interesting, and look at these visuals coming in, and each time you're part of the celebration, remember the hard work that's gone beyond. But what a moment. Of course, it is Sharma ji ka beta leading the team, but keeping everyone together. And for the Delhi boys specifically, for example, Virat Kohli or Rishabh Pant, who has captained the Delhi Capitals, it's a homecoming as well. There will be possibly chola bhuturas, and there will be a lot of cake for them to at least relish and enjoy. But it's all a part of the celebration that Indians needed, that the cricket team needed, and a reflection of how you have to show that toughness. You have to go past your bad days and perform the best on that pitch, on that day. Because I think, Harshit, it was about every player, from Surya Kumar Yadav's catch, to a fielder, to Hardik Pandya's last over, or to the batsmen, of course, like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Do you think this was a united team speaking that day on 29 June 2024?
Absolutely. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. And I loved what Rohit Sharma, you know, the times that he's spoken about this Indian team. You look at how the matches have played out as well. It was a done and dusted game, let's face it, against Pakistan. You needed a wholesome team effort to rescue the Indian team. Again, a team act as far as that Australia match is concerned. Yes, there's a lot of talk about Rohit Sharma 92, but if it wasn't for the impetus from an Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya right at the bottom, then that splendid catch that followed from Akshar Patel right in the deep when Kuldeep Yadav was bowling to Mitch Marsh. All of that put together, you look at this campaign not dominated by just any one player. There have been times that yes, players have stepped up, and that's the beauty of this team. It's been a holistic tournament. It's been a tournament which has seen contributions from everyone, not one team riding on the shoulders of one player, which you see in franchise cricket happens at times, which you see happen, you know, in world cricket at times as well, but not this tournament.
But let's also agree, I think it was South Africa too that played so well, because till the last ball, it may just have gone haywire, and I think that's what people love, that till the last 2 to 3 balls or the last over, you were still on the edge of your seat, and I think that's what makes the victory more incredible. See, that it didn't come easy to the Indian team.
Credit to South Africa as well, because after India, they were the only team that were unbeaten in the tournament as well. The Indian team scripting history by becoming the first team, and if it was South Africa, and let's admit the fact that they were very close, and when you need 26 of 24 with 5 wickets in hand, it's the batting team's game. However, it is down to the brilliance of the Indian team that they were able to get hold of their nerves much better than South Africa. But South Africa, credit to them as well, as you say, for being unbeaten. And then there's no shame. There is absolutely no shame in going down to a team like India. The Indian team showed similar form in 2023. They showed similar form this time around as well. So there is no shame in losing to an Indian team is what I feel.
And a tough competition makes the victory sweeter as well. Absolutely. It makes it more worth it. Stay on with me, because if you're tuning into this telecast that I and Harshit are bringing to you since 6 a.m., here's what has happened unfolding from precisely early this morning. Let's begin. The T20 World Champs are home. Rohit Sharma and his men arrived in New Delhi after mesmerizing victory in Barbados. The team will next proceed to Mumbai right away. After Delhi, there will be an open-top bus parade, a felicitation ceremony at Wankhede. But it was the sort of arrival that they had, the welcoming by the fans, the cheers, and the trophy in Rohit Sharma's hand.
Now, as soon as the men in blue reached the hotel, ITC Maurya Hotel in the national capital, everyone did a little bit of Bhangra as well. There you see Suryakumar Yadav, the Indian dasher, equally good with his moves as well. And Rohit Sharma also joining him later on, the Indian contingent over there celebrating. On your screens, Rohit Sharma, there you see. And none of those players have taken the medal off as well. See how much it means to them.
Captain Rohit Sharma reaching Delhi, holding the trophy for all to see in his hand. These are the first images when the team touched down Delhi early this morning. Of course, escorted, accompanied by the Delhi police, by the paramilitary for the safety protocol. But in the hand, it's this silverware that the team and all Indians are proud of.
A rousing welcome for the Indian team at the ITC Maurya Hotel in the national capital. A cake ready for the World Cup heroes. Fans lined up at the ITC Maurya to meet the men in blue. The team will next be meeting Prime Minister Modi.
But what happened on board? It was the BCCI releasing this special video about the arrival of the World Cup as they looked at their trophy, just to take in that moment that it's theirs this time. The champions taking out the trophy and pass it around just for one moment again before, remember, they have to move on to other tournaments.